My name is Jennie Czuba, and I served as the executive producer of the Light Cube One Act Festival. This is a collection of 10-minute plays written by two media artists and I that each incorporate an LED cube in a narratively significant way. My show is called The Little Mer-Human, in which a mer-human named Ariel goes on a blind date with a human named Eric. On the date, Ariel reveals that her mother has insisted that her Aunt Marina, a fish, be the chaperone on the date. The media in the show houses Aunt Marina. The cube serves as her fishbowl, and Marina is the LED swimming around inside of it.
My name is Katie Johnson, and I wrote The Free Shooter. My play is an adaptation of a fairy tale, which has been adapted many times through the years, about a young man who has to prove his manhood, and he meets essentially the devil in the woods, and takes a magical rifle that, when it shoots, it never misses its target, and he uses that to prove himself, with varying results. The media was used to be the looming presence of the magic bullets that may or may not be tragic.
I am Tiffany Lee, and I am a playwright on the project, on the thesis. My script was Red Telephone, and the media was used in Red Telephone as the telephone that brought all the sinister evil to the characters.
Working on this project was a really fun experience because it was very collaborative. Right from the beginning, I was working with the playwrights to discuss what the shape and the color and the size of the cube should be. And through that, we were able to develop scripts that really took advantage of the cube. And that, to me, has been the most unique part of the process, is it was so collaborative in developing these new scripts, which is really important when you're working with weird things like the cube.
The unique part of working on this project, and I think it's been echoed here, is the collaboration. So it was working with Jennie and working with the media, but it was also working with the other playwrights and seeing Jennie and Katie and seeing the different ways that we all envisioned how the media would work in like trying to incorporate media into a play and in the writing process.
One of the advantages right off the bat is media is fun, and it's fun for actors, it's fun for the audience to see.
Yes, definitely. It was very fun. Well, speaking specifically from adapting fairy tales, is you get to have more magical effects with something like this, or with projections or different lighting effects. You have a much more magical presence on the stage.
Well, one, it's flashy. And also, I love the idea of the cube as it's got a conceptual quality. So it's not like a red telephone, for my script particularly, a red telephone with a sound effect somehow triggered in the media. It's stripping away the surface and just using the media in a more conceptual way. And so I thought that was cool.
A second advantage to using media on stage would be that we now have the technology that we can program these electronic devices to be responsive to what's going on stage. So just like the rest of the event is happening live with engagement with the audience and the actors, our media can now respond in the exact same way, which I think is awesome. I would like to try writing something in the round, where the audience is seated on all four sides of the stage. One thing I would really like to do with the cube is set it up so that audience members could interact with the cube at some point. The end.